Should you buy Dutch Bro stock, and is Dutch Bro stock a buy now? Hey, it's Linus here. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my Dutch Bro stock analysis. We'll first take a look at the fundamentals and financials of Dutch Bro stock before we take a look at its technicals. Right, so this is the fundamentals and financials for Dutch Bro stock. So if we scroll down over here, we are taking a look at revenue. We only have data starting from 2019 on Dutch Bro stock. So 2019, 2020 and the trailing 12 months. Revenue for Dutch Bro stock increased from 2019 to 2020, right? From 238.37 to 327.41. And for the past 12 months, revenue was 404.55. So revenue for Dutch Bro stock increased over the years. Now let's take a look at operating income. So in 2019, operating income for Dutch Bro stock was 30.30, and in 2020 it's 10.67, and the trailing 12 months was 12.35. So this is something that we can pay attention to, right? If you see over here, from 2019 to 2020, even though Dutch Bro stock revenue increased, but we see that for operating income decreased from 30.30 to 10.67. So there's a bit of divergence over here. Ideally, we want to see operating income also increasing alongside revenue. And it's not just operating income. If we take a look at net income for Dutch Bro stock, net income has also been decreasing, right? So we take a look at 2019, net income decreased from 28.39 to 5.73. So that's quite a substantial decrease. We don't have the full income statement over here, but if I were to make a guess, the reason why Dutch Bro stock operating income and net income decreased from 2019 to 2020, even though revenue was increasing throughout those years, was probably due to the increase in expenses. So expenses increase at a faster rate compared to revenue. That is why we see operating income and net income decreasing even while revenue was increasing for Dutch Bro stock. So this is the annual numbers and data. Now let's take a look at quarterly numbers. So we see revenue increasing from Q2 2020 to Q2 of 2021, right? So from 150.86, it increased to 176.55 in Q4 of 2020 and then 227.99 in Q2 of 2021. So revenue has been increasing throughout the quarters. Now let's take a look at operating income. Operating income decreased from 7.63 to 3.04 from Q2 of 2020 to Q4 of 2020. But on a more positive note, operating income increased from 3.04 to 9.32 in the next quarter. And for net income, we see the same thing. Net income decreased from Q2 2020 to Q4 of 2020 before it increased in the next quarter. So even though numbers for Dutch Bro stock isn't exactly fantastic, we at least see an improvement in the latest quarter and in the trailing 12 months compared to the previous quarters and previous years. So that's some fundamentals for Dutch Bro stock. Now let's take a look at the technicals. This is the price chart for Dutch Bro stock, and prices reach a high over here before it starts to decline. So let's take a look at how much the decline was. So here was the top, and then here was the bottom. So prices of Dutch Bro stock from the peak declined about 33%. So even though this decline of 33% isn't very small, there are still some positive signs, and the first one is over right here. In this part over here, we see prices of Dutch Bro stock declining. But as prices decline over here, you see that volume has also been declining. So we see volume over here was moving lower and lower as prices decline over here. That's the first positive sign. The second positive sign is that as we can see over here, as prices decline, prices managed to bottom and find support at this area over here. And this area over here was where prices gap up from the opening day to the next day. And as prices decline over here, prices managed to hold at this level and not fill the gap formed by this area over here. So that's the second positive sign to take note of. The third positive sign builds on the first one. The first one that I mentioned was that as prices were declining, prices did it on increasingly lower volume. But when prices finally stopped declining and move up over here, you see that it did so on above average volume. So low volume on down days and high volume on up days. That's a positive sign. And after prices rise up quickly over here, prices managed to hold at this level. So should you buy Dutch Bro stock now? Personally, for me, I want to see prices tightening up a bit over here before it breaks out. And what is the price level that I'm taking a look at for prices to break above? The price level is at this area of around $50. So if prices can tighten up and hold its gains over here and break above the price level of $50, if I were to enter Dutch Bro stock, that would be the price level that I'm taking a look at. So that's my Dutch Bro stock analysis. Hopefully you have enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, smash the like button because it will really help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you are new to this channel and haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel because each week I release new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. I'll see you in those other videos to your financial success.